Everybody, welcome to the Tuesday Night Live. Hanging out with Germinator here. I'm smoking on this on Terpy's Punch Auto this time. What are you smoking on?
Nothing, brother.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm dry. I'm waiting for my next time.
That's awesome. I can see a little bit in the background there.
Lose me? So good.
Oh, I did for a second, but you came back.
Yeah, I'm waiting on doing my next harvest. I got fronted some weed and
There you go.
stuff. So
There you're good to go for a bit.
I gotta save my money and pay my bills. You know how many mouths I gotta feed.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. How's everybody out in the chat doing today? You got Chronic Chatter, got you in the chat. You got Short High, AG. You got Julian. How's everybody else doing out there? What are you guys smoking on tonight?
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, man, it's a good time.
Oh yeah.
Which one is it? Chronic Chatter is going to be it's going to be trichomes or going to be big time? It could be either one.
What?
Chronic Chatter. I'm just wondering which one is it? Is it Mr. Trichomes or is it big time? Hey, Kevin. Hope you're doing well.
What about Kind Buds?
Oh, is he part of it too?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be him too.
Yeah.
Hey, Blazin. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's.
Oh, Arizona? Blazin, Arizona?
Big time. Oh, there's big time. Hope you're doing well, brother.
I don't think G4 is doing his own thing, and then Corey Kindbuds stepped in.
Oh, I see. Yeah, big time. I was sitting there on my phone at one point, and I thought you were going live. You were doing a pretty good tattoo there, actually, when I was flipping through. It looks awesome. I noticed that you do those live. I can't remember which day it was.
If you'd like, I'd show my garden quick, so then I get back to it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yep.
Let's get you on big screen here. Nice.
So I overdid the feeding, gave him a little too much. That's a Gelato OG. That's a Otto from Seedsman. Bizzle 420 hooked me up with.
Yeah, man.
These three, which turned out to be looking really, really good, are fruit. It's not nuclear. I had it too, but it's from Outlaw Seeds, Garden Cultivation Network. Mr. Ganix and C Bunny hooked me up with. Shout out to Garden Cultivation Network. And the one in the back over here is Vanilla Frosting. That's Humboldt.
Nice.
That was a clone my buddy gave me.
That's a good development on it, hey? The frost stood out on that one. Oh, nice. And
these are all the same. Bizzle 420 hooked me up with these two. These are banana. Oh my God, I can't even think right now. Too sober to think. Copycat genetics.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice. So you got some good stuff in there.
Yeah, I gotta go through it and do a defoliation once. I just got done feeding them though. Once they get their dry back, they'll get a defoliation and probably another topping.
Looking good on the color too. Nice work.
Banana puddings. God, I couldn't.
Oh, nice.
I need to smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a banana cultivar coming up soon, actually. I'm doing the Banana Chem Freak by Terpy Mutant. That's going to be coming. I can't remember which time I'm going to put it into. They got some good terps sometimes. One of my favorite genetics to grow in the past was Tropicana Banana by Barney's Farm. That was one of my first ones I did a lot of.
Yeah, I want to run some Barney's Farms. They got some good shit.
Yeah. That was the cultivar I got 1100 in a 4x4.
Hell yeah. That was Tropicana Banana what?
It's just Tropicana Banana. It's a mixture of Tropicana cookies mixed with Banana Kush, I believe. Here. I know it's Banana Kush, but I don't know what the Tropicana is itself. Oh, you're gonna make me do this too, eh? Yeah, it's just Tropicana crossed with Banana Kush. So whatever that would be. I remember back in the day. It's been a while since I grew it. It was like 4 years ago. But I don't know what that cross is.
I wish I was growing 4 years ago. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be out of weed right now.
What's up, Irie? Hope you're doing well, man.
No, I'm getting there.
Oh, you got a good setup, and having those two tents that you can run back to back.
Before I've only had 2 harvests ever, and it's only been out of the 3x3, and it hasn't been much for weight,
Yeah.
you know. So having the 5x5 now, it should.
I know I asked you this in the past. Are you moving them to the 5x5 to flower?
Yep.
Yeah, and then you're gonna start another run in the 3x3 and then run the perpetual. Yeah, awesome, dude. Awesome idea.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep them at bay in the 3x3 right now, because I started too soon with them.
Yeah, well, you learn that though. You learn your environments. I've done that before, where it's like, and then you get a plant by the time it's ready for the tent. You're like, oh, it's fuck, right? But then you know to start it a little later because it's still going to be ready in time.
Yep.
So, oh, I hear you, dude. It's the learning experience, especially with
so much
that was what
timing and feeling on the plants and stuff. It's just a lot more than I ever thought it'd be. Damn, you're not supposed to actually be more kids. I don't need more kids. You don't need to have feelings. You don't need to tell me what time you need to be fed.
Right? Yeah. No. And then there's really finicky strains too. So those aren't much fun when you have a lot on your plate.
Yep. Yeah, if you're fighting them, it'll get to you.
But yeah, like I was with my 4x8, I start the next run the day I flip, because that is normally ready by the time that it's run through, because I do like an 80 day veg for that tent. So I make sure I do the bulk of it, like 70 of those days is in another tent, like you're doing.
Yep.
And then bring it over to finish it off.
Right.
But yeah, I have to do it then to plan for it. And then, but the 2x2, the 28x28, and then the 2x4, those have to be planted about week 3 of flower, and then they're ready. I tried to do it the same other way, and then it's just like, you're like bending all your branches down because you got way too big.
Only planted on topping twice. Oh, it looks like I'm going to top 3 times just because they need to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, you end up doing a lot of super cropping too.
Yep. Just twisting, bending, curling over, almost tying them together. It's like, I'm glad you're the same kind. But yeah, get another harvest in my belt. That's gonna be huge, you know. Everything.
That's number 3, right?
This will be number 3.
That's all. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
You're coming along really well, dude. For number 3, that's good. Nice looking plants, dude.
Yep. It's a lot of bud sites compared to the 3x3. What I was doing before, there's a lot more. I'm gonna get a lot more flower.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because you have that space, you have that light being able to get down to the sides because it's not being squished together as well.
Yeah, and the 800 watt light. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, that helps.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's looking really nice. They're a nice color too. Like you said, you noticed that point where you said you overfed it a little bit, and you know that point now, and you just dial it back and then run it back, and you'll be good to go.
Yep.
So
and run new nutrients too. I'm running that advanced nutrient line. That's new.
Oh, nice.
Just testing out instead of just doing Gaia Green organic. I want to test myself cocoa with this new line and stuff, and
the advanced
taste the difference.
Yeah. The advanced nutrients, they pH. I haven't run them specifically by themselves. Are they pH perfect that you have to worry about?
The one I have is
okay. Awesome.
They have several different lines because they're not just. They have organic line too.
Oh.
Yeah. So I got the connoisseur pH perfect.
Nice. That's sweet.
Yeah. So I just get my pH down to 5.96, like we were saying, and get to start.
Yeah, no, that works good. No, I was wondering about the pH perfect's kind of nice too, so you don't. It takes another variable out of the equation that you don't have to worry about.
Yeah,
that was my biggest problem here. Is I tried for so long just to play with, because I know my water that comes out of my taps it's like a 7. So when I add water, I know it brings it. So I was playing the game of just adding water to my thing to see if I could just pH it up enough to be able to water. It was just, I finally caved and bought the $12 fucking bottle of pH up, and that was it. This is being cheap. I should have had a bottle here and a bottle at the other location. And that's why I've had so many kind of uglier plants that grow here, is because I've been trying to fuck around with.
Save money, you know?
And then now I realize this is better to just do it right.
Bite the bullet.
Yeah. When it comes to that, for nutrient uptake, yeah, you want to make sure that you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things go downhill. If your plant's not healthy enough, you're not going to get any of your proper secondary metabolites, being the cannabinoids and terpenes and everything that we're after. Yeah. That's not going to grow correctly if you're lacking on what it needs for primary.
Where are these gardens at? Where's everybody at?
Wesley. We haven't actually seen your garden for a while, Wesley, on the slide.
Oh, you got Wesley?
He's down there.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, exactly. You want to have all the stuff you can get. Yeah, I ended up doing some. Oh, I see. Okay.
You end up doing some what?
I ended up doing some more pressing, but I did the pressing kind of with a lot of the stuff. Remember, were you in that in Discord when 420 things went in there and we're showing a couple little things? I think it was Saturday. I think it was on Sunday after Levels was live. I was practicing some of the stuff you were showing me, and it fucking came out way nicer and way more. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely be doing a lot of that now.
Normally would have been, but I was kind of avoiding Discord this weekend.
I hear you.
I didn't smoke weed for 4 days.
Oh, that's a good idea to avoid Discord then.
It's kind of hard to be on there with you guys, and you're all smoking blunts, dabbing it up, pressing and stuff, and I ain't got. It's just I didn't know. It was rough. I'd jump on for like 5 seconds here or there and say hi. Oh, you got Macho yelling, blunt 30. I'm like, oh fuck, I love blunts. Bye.
That's true, right?
Where are these gardens at? Come on, come show Matt some love. Where's Levels at? He's usually here. What the hell?
I think he's been working lately.
Oh, he's working late?
I think he's been working because he always kind of, the last time he didn't come as well. Yeah. And he messaged me saying that he was working late. So yeah. I don't know, it's probably the same thing. That's alright, it's all good.
Yeah. People gotta do their business. That's good that he's doing it.
Everybody's you guys all starting their outdoors yet? I know there are a couple people that were starting already.
Never done one, but I'd like to try.
Yeah. I once I eventually get to a place once I get to a place where I can where I live and I can grow without problems like with like landlords and stuff. That's why I won't do the flowers here. It's just because it smells and I just gotta try to respect what's going on. Because I don't want to lose where I live because rent's expensive.
Yeah.
It's I would want to do it outside again, but I want to be able to light depth to do it outside because where I live, if you try to flower into September, like late September, October, you start getting 100% humidity in early September here. But that's also when you start getting your flipping time is then. So it's like you gotta light dep it to get it to flower sooner where I live because you're not gonna
need a mold resistant strain.
Well, yeah, I've done them, but it's like it's the botrytis at the end. It's just the fact when fog comes in and you have fog around your plant all day long.
Yeah.
That was what killed my big one, my 8 foot by 8 foot. It was actually a great fall. It went really good until middle of October. And then it was like fog for like 2 days. I'm like, I gotta go do it now. And I still lost buds. And I wouldn't finish it all the way. If I had 2 more weeks of like good sun, the buds would have actually developed a lot fatter. I would have got more weight. Because even on an 8x8, I only got just over a pound, I think. Which is not that great for that size. Because they didn't really finish that well. But I needed 2 more weeks.
Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, it didn't really get the full weight.
Yeah. What's up, Stoked? What's up, Poppin'? Oh, keep in mind, though, there was some I had to get rid of, too. Because of botrytis after the fog came in.
I got to cut you off, Matt. Sorry. I didn't want to leave you alone up here. I'm trying to get other gardeners up here, but I just heard a bang down.
You're good.
So
You're good.
I gotta go.
Oh, you're all good, man.
I gotta go check on my boys, brother.
All right, it's all good, man.
In the back.
Have a good evening. What's up, Michael? What's up, Poppin'? Hope you're doing well, Stoked. But yeah, so who said that you already started? So, Wes, you started your outdoors, or what's up? How you doing, Warrior? Join. Anybody's welcome to come up and show your grows, or just hang out. I'll show what I got growing on. I only have a couple plants. I got the ice cream marker here right now, which I'll show in a little bit after this joint. And I got the Farm Server Auto. Yeah, man. Ron, you started yours outside? Oh, dude, no worries, brother. I'm all good. I'm all good up here. That was awesome seeing your gardens. You're doing really well. Nice work. Really, Alexi? it didn't allow you to. I see. I hope you're doing well this evening, by the way, if I already haven't said hi to you already. The link at the top brings you to the StreamYard if you haven't done it before, if you haven't ever showed your grow. Oh, awesome. When was that? When did they really just announce that, Bubba? Awesome work, though, by the way, Blazing, because your plants were like fucking deadly during that whole time. And I absolutely agree that was the winner. But Mr. Brett, I was wondering if they just announced that. I don't really talk to them anymore. Right. What? He emailed his work. Ah, that's all good. As long as they came out with a winner, and I still agree that he still had the best plant in that. And his grow looked really nice. Right. Yeah, no, I looked it up too, by the way, Ragin. I think that we're not going to have an issue with that shipping because it's close enough it will go to the same depot. Oh, really? Is there new monetization that goes even into what you can type? Interesting. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, Wesley, I think will be popping up in a bit. He's just still at with his kids. I will be starting like I was saying, the plants I'm going to be doing clones for this year for outside. And that's going to be going into the 3x3 after the Forest Hopper's done. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, dude, no rush, brother. No rush. I'm all good. I'm gonna finish smoking this joint, and I'm gonna go show what I got. The 2 plants I got here. What's up, Ernest? Hope you're having a good evening. I'm staying well medicated. Is it so? It just prevent you from typing that in Galaxy? That's so strange. I just got an email literally like a half an hour before this live started. No, medicated like this, man. No, hey, you know what I mean. Like lifted. Not others medicated. Oh, nice. Can't close it alive. That's awesome. Oh, I thought you said you had some, but this wasn't yours. That's why I didn't mind. That's why I went ahead and did that dab anyways. Because I thought you said you grabbed some off of a buddy. So I was like, oh, he's got weed, so I'll dab in front of this guy. Oh, my bad, dude. I didn't mean that. Oh. I see. Pink Rift and Alien Rift. That sounds awesome. Who's that by? Yeah, Raging, I would say if even if you don't get it by Friday, even if they come in next week, I'll still prolong that episode because that 135 that's coming out will be the last episode in that whole, because I don't work with Spider Farmer anymore, so I'm kind of finalizing that series, and then I'm making seed to harvest videos. I'm gonna be doing 3 seed to harvest videos. Well, after the clones, and there's gonna be 2. They're gonna be constantly being made, and then once those 2 plants are gonna be in flower, and the next one start, I'll be starting another 2. So it's gonna be a whole bunch of seed to harvest videos coming up. Certified old guy. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, no, sorry. So to continue with that, but that's why even if I have to push it back another week to get those results, I'll push it back another week because I still want this 135 to be the end. It's like it's on a 5 instead of a 6. It'd be weird to kind of end something on a 6, even though 5 is weird enough. Yeah. Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. That was the ending of that. Just like with the autoflower runs, I kind of want to do a certain amount of videos to finish it off before I create that and do its own thing as well. Time to make videos on my own time and not have somebody say you have to make a certain amount of videos every month. I can be like, hey, I'm going to do this and this because this works. You're not going to grow? Galaxy? Why is that? Moonwater, I hope you're doing well, man. It's nice chatting with you earlier on today, actually. I'll put this out. I'm gonna go show kind of what I got growing on here. You'll notice that one of the plants is the autoflower is a bit on the leaves look weird. It's because I was using a bad pH level and I had to go out, and that's the reason why I went and got my pH up. But you'll notice the newer leaves look fine, and it's because everything's back on proper. So I'm gonna mute this, and then I'll show you guys my what I got on my cell phone. So this right here is the ice cream marker. This is the one from Terpes Mutant. This is going to be going into the 2x4 on the weekend. Once we reset that tent and get the Menta de Croco all nicely trimmed up. It's just starting to bring down branches. These can come down soon. I just didn't want to extend them too much off the bat, but we're going to keep it flat after we get these down. They just need to grow a little bit without snapping them. The dollar store only had these zesty pipe cleaners, which is unfortunate because I like to use the normal ones. So this is going to be in the same size tent over there, so that's why it's not bad that it's being done here. And then we're on the other side, we're just going to stretch it out, and it's going to be underneath the HLG 260. This is actually a DIY as well, with two HLG B-Spec 288s. Only on a 120, and I wired this one in parallel because these two will not work if you try to do it in series for some reason off of this. I don't know enough about electricity. I just know in parallel work. So that is ice cream marker, and then again, yeah, ice cream cake and permanent marker across. I gotta fill that humidifier. I'll do that afterwards. It seems fine so far. And then this one is the one that the pH issue that now we've adjusted. We have better overall kind of growth than yours. So, but we were hitting this one really low, and now we're back up proper, close to the 6. And this is a autoflower. This is the Mephisto Form Stomper, and we have it underneath that flies on light. We're running the light at 50%. Hopefully it's not all over the place there. But today we did get in here and we cleaned up the lowers. And lollipopped it out to the layer of where it's going to be decent. Yeah, but germinator, you gotta be, yeah, but without the leaf damage, of course. It's unfortunate because this autoflower, like this is an autoflower. As soon as I noticed the flower was kind of starting, I put the net on and then just continued to tuck until the stretch was kind of complete. You see, I kind of let it go a little bit at the end, but yeah, I really wish I had that pH on the whole time, because this would have been a beautiful kind of grow without it. Because it's a 400 watt light. Even at this distance, we're still getting intensity that we need. It may even be a bit much too. That might be adding to what's going on. But no, it's because this light is made for I think it's made for a 4x4. So I often like to overspec my lights, just because of the canopy coverage. So I can have enough light covering all spaces and then run it a little less so you don't have to go full bore. But, and then yeah, this is a 3-gallon air pot. And I just hit it with a solution maybe an hour before the live. This one's on, this light is also on 20 hours on, 4 hours off. So, all right. I'll be back over by the computer. I'll see you guys there. Cheers. Thanks, Terminator. Yeah, it is what it's because it's even at that distance, it has the right intensity level. I was more or less that distance is because I want more heat in the tent. Cheers, old guy. Yeah, no, it trains so nicely. It's just unfortunate that the fucking pH was off. Every time I look at it, I'm like, yeah, you look good, but you don't. That's just me being hard on myself with that. Oh, it's ruining. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing how that ice cream marker does. Hey, Bulldog, sorry I missed you in there. Cheers, Idiom. Idiom, did you send your sample in for the grow off? I know that there was it's still a good idea because you still get a test for $25. What's that, Moon Water?
What up? What up?
Okay, well,
Yeah. My.
oh,
But
uh-oh. Sorry. I just pushed the button and hold on a second. There we go. Sorry about that. I pushed a button and it kind of put you in and put me out, and it kind of did a bunch of different things. So it's looking good in there. It looks like you're kind of coming closer to the end there too.
Yeah, these ones here, I think the stock rod issue is starting to fuck with it.
Oh, I see.
Plus, these ones drank twice as much, so it needed double water when these ones were only getting single water, I think. So, but yeah, this one here is already foxtail, and you can see still fucking. So I hate the harvester because she's gonna be racy, but
Yeah.
you got to do it right.
She has good structure. Like knowing that if you didn't have that problem, she could definitely get a little bigger too. But you know when you got to do it.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the keeper pheno here. It's not daily. It's stacked up a little more.
You took clones, right?
Yeah, these two are sisters. Yeah, I'm doing a pheno hunt. So all of these are all the same except for this one here. This one's kind of just a tester bean that I popped and it grew. So yay. And the high is so good. I accidentally broke a nug off the other day and I set it right here and I smoked it at the end of the day. Oh my God, I got so high. It was
nice.
Cool. I was excited. But yeah, this is coming down either tonight. I might cut down the tops. I don't know. I just probably cut it all down tonight. But yeah, and then that'll give this one some more light. But
yeah, oh yeah, it would definitely
racy.
open up.
Yeah, they're fucking still wanting to go, I guess. Yeah, they're what is it? 9 weeks yesterday. And these are 70 to 80 day plants, they say. So we're getting close. Mm-hmm. This one will just be like super racy.
It's nice.
I think I used a bit nitrogen. Oh yeah, they're not super dense, you know.
Yeah, but that density will come if you could take it that extra few weeks, I think. Right, but who knows? But you were saying if you have that issue, it's going to be one thing's way more important than the other at that point, right? But you have clones, so that's why I mean the next time around, to be interested in seeing how they do, because that looks like a fucking beauty to trim. Those ones
Oh
are
yeah, no,
so
I'm
easy
not
to
keeping
trim.
this clone. Yeah, this one here,
Yeah, that I just mean the
it's
structure of
gonna
that
be
plant.
delightful. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. And I'm pretty excited. What was I gonna show you? I don't remember. But yeah, these are a different pheno of the same plant, so I guess they're the more Jack Ripper,
Yeah. And those were
and
the
then
ones you were
those are the
worried
lemon
about.
skunk.
Remember, those were the ones
Yeah,
that
these
were
were the ones
cooler
that.
at the beginning.
Well, that and they didn't flip. You know, they just weren't stretching or anything, but they're still catching up with the rest of them. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a nice structure.
Yeah, this is the pheno I kept just because it was the most crystally.
Yep.
I don't know.
I like how tight that is, though. It's like squat and full of bud. And
Well, I think I could get it tighter because I ran the nitrogen pretty hard. Well, I mean, I'm new with the new synthetics, so I might have ran it a little hard because I thought these were going to be 13 to 16 weeks. So I was giving them fucking nitrogen up to like week 5, in a sense, you know, between the calcium supplement and the
oh yeah,
the 7 and the 7-12-27. But yeah, no, they'll do good. I won't be able to grow this again till probably a while because I'm going to start the outdoor once this is all done, and then my next indoor is going to be the original haze from Authentic Genetics, which is like a 16 plus weeker. So I'll start that like October, and then probably run that till the spring, just to see if I like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, totally.
I figure grow what I can outdoors, and then grow what I can outdoors indoors. And the haze is definitely one of them.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good place to do it. The hey, your outdoor always does really well. It pulls a lot.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. I'm mixing the soil up today. Shut my camera up real fast to get the shoes on. Yeah, I'm mixing in cocoa chips and perlite today. I might buy some more cocoa chips. Just because there's more soil than I thought.
Hillbilly, welcome.
Hey, what's up,
Sure.
Hillbilly? He's a good guy. Yeah, I'm guessing about 8 to 10 yards of dirt that I'm messing with here.
Oh, nice.
It's just a pure worm castings for the most part, but it gets too not enough aeration, so I'm mixing in a bunch of perlite. I've got all month to do it, so I'm just gonna keep moving it from this side to this side once a day, and then add more perlite. I got one more box left. But yeah, this was 4 wheelbarrows times 12 is how much soil this is. Oh yeah, we were talking about the cocoa chips. These are the cocoa chips here. See how the water it held?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing like an ebb and flow hydroponics with these cocoa chips instead of like hydrogen or something, but I definitely need to add more because I only added like 40 gallons where I need like probably 80 gallons to do something. But
Are you gonna do?
Yeah, I just mixed it up.
I see that you
What's
have
that?
I see you have a box surrounding it. So is that whole entire thing you're gonna fill it up and just put like your plants in that now, or?
No, this is just old school. Like this back in Prohibition days, I dug it down into the ground so because the plants were getting too big for
Oh,
the
I
little
see.
greenhouse, So, and then I had holes here, and then what I do with this now actually is I go get fresh cow manure and I'll put it in here. I guess it's kind of aged, not super fresh, but I'll put it in here, and then within a year it'll be all worm castings, and then I sell the worm castings or use them. But yeah, no, I grew giant pumpkins in here too. But yeah, I'm getting the cocoa ready for the indoors. I was just gonna do pure cocoa instead of perlite, so maybe I wouldn't have to water as much.
Oh, that really fluffed up pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that a bag full of it?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I
bag. Oh, the
soaked
pro
the
bags,
brick.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I soaked the bricks in the pool, and then I put them in here to drain, and then I just flush more water through here to get all the ppms down.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's a mess. I haven't really done too much. But yeah, here's the holes. They're probably 2 feet by 2 feet.
Nice.
With chicken wire and stuff in them.
And the chicken wire goes down. Does that help for the moles?
Yeah. I just like pinch it all together, and it looks like a soda pop bottle. And then I put it in there, and then I hop in the middle and stomp it all down flat. And then when you're all done, you get a nice. But I was gonna get some of that 1/2-inch square mesh and put around the sides, just because the squirrels were pretty heavy last year, and I found a gopher hole in this one, I think. Let me see if I.
That's what it was. Gophers. Sorry, not moles, but gophers.
No, that's not the one.
Yeah, I remember you had a hell of a time with that last year. Like they were like digging into all your plants.
Well, they weren't digging into the plants, but they would poke up a hole right here, and I could know they were going around the cage. The evidence was here. And then something went in and ate the thing like a beaver, the stalk. So it's like, I didn't know if that was a gopher, mouse, fucking monster grasshopper, maybe a werewolf grasshopper.
Right.
Shit, anything's possible nowadays. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. This is the beginnings of...
I didn't pull the woods. Yeah, a lot of work, but it's fun. Yeah, I'm excited for the strains this year. They're gonna be delicious.
Yeah.
I'm real excited about that skunk one.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be really cool that you're growing that.
Yeah, he gave me a 6-pack freebie of them, so I'm gonna run those ones and then keep the 10-pack I bought in a previous purchase. And so it's like save some for like an indoor pheno hunt, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What I was thinking is I'll take clones, all the outdoor, and then do an open run with that original haze and just pollinate all the clones and all the ones, and then just keep clones of the haze that I like the most, and then have all the haze crosses.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have that too as well. What are you? Just run it down again, I guess, for other people too that maybe don't remember quite what you're running outside again.
Well, I just so happen to have my notes here. Yeah, the Humboldt selection I got from Humboldt Seed Company is Royal Highness, Dream Queen, Gazerpal, Potty Mouth, Squirt, Mountaintop Mint, and the Bling. And then from Authentic Genetics, I got Skunk 1, OG Kush crossed with the Purist, and then the Purist, and then the Northern Lights number 5. And then I got one from Skunk Works called Odor Freak, which is let's see, Roadkill Cookies and Gorilla Roadkill. Oh no, GMO cookies crossed with Gorilla Roadkill. So that one's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's right. You have how many holes out there? Is it 12 or 14 holes?
12, yeah. We're just gonna plant 12. We usually plant 6 and then 2 different plants at each, but a lot of the Humboldt strains and stuff come out pretty similar. So like you're not getting any variances. So it's like 6 strains ain't cutting it. I need more.
It sounds like you're going for variance anyway, so you can always try it again another time, just like plant whatever, right? You're gonna get a lot of different flavors in there. That's gonna be really cool.
Oh yeah, my favorite from last year's the Gazerpal, and then Potty Mouth is the second, and those ones both kind of have Mountaintop Mint in it. So I'm excited about that Mountaintop Mint because it says it's got like this minty skunk, and it says it's so unique.
That's really cool, man. Hey, say that. Let's see what you got growing on here.
What's happening? What's happening with you, man?
Yeah.
Just wanted to come in. This is my 4x4 right here. We're just showing you how to how to pull it out.
Looking good, man. Nice. That's nice and even too.
Yeah, had a friend of mine come in and show me how to tuck it and bend them down. Because mostly I did was just spread them out a little bit. And he was like, "Nah, you got to tuck them a little bit and maneuver." For the most part, I mean, it's looking good.
Yep. Oh yeah.
We had I say pushing about what 7, 8, 9, about 9 days since I flipped.
Mm-hmm.
And then I changed the lighting up. I got the Vivo Sun lighting in here now. You know, last time I had the 2 small ones in here.
Yeah.
I think this is running way better.
That's gonna get because it's gonna give you an even spread over your canopy as well, so you're gonna get a lot better even growth along with side with that, right? So it sucks when you have ones that are in one area and you notice a lot of the times they'll start stretching in weird spaces when they're looking for light.
Yeah, because before I switched the light, like right up in here was the thicker point, and then you like in the middle right here, you can see like it was kind of thin. It was thick on the outside, but more thin on the inside. And except when you get to right here in the middle, all this was full.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's because the lights work best directly below them. That's the main reason why I always do in my 10 cent in my videos. I tell people, it's like get a light that's for a 10 size bigger if you can get it to fit, and then just dial it back. Don't run it full. Dial it back. You're not in it for the power. You're in it for the spread. Right?
Yeah. I think the next thing I got to do is I'm gonna give me 2 smaller fans because this one is kind of in the way with my light. I had to push it down a little bit, but I'm kind of worried that it might fall over one day.
What, the light?
No, my this fan I got. Yeah, I got it like right under the light. It was kind of to the side of it, but it wasn't getting that full rotation. So I had to get 2 smaller ones to put in here. But I mean, other than that, I think everything was running pretty good.
Hmm.
I don't know what we got going on here though. I don't know if that's light burn or what we got going on. Let's see. would that be the newts? Like it's fading in like that, or would they be cow mag?
Well, it's probably to do with the increased amount of light that you're giving it, and then it's putting more strain on the nutrients available to your plant. That's where the will come from. Being at the top. Yeah. What are you feeding?
Green Rush.
So organically, you're feeding this.
Yeah.
What day of flower are you in?
This is like a week and 3 days since I flipped the lights.
They definitely suck a lot of magnesium during the flip. It could be magnesium.
But magnesium would show up at the bottom instead of the top first.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just mostly with the this one plant that's in the middle. This one that's in the middle of it. It's not really around it.
That's where your old light was, so it could have just been light bleach, like pushing it too hard.
Yeah, I believe I got the light on. It's either 60 or 80%.
Did you notice it when you did the light switch? Was that when you noticed that happen?
Like right after, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably.
Well, that's probably what it was. It was pulling those apart and having a fresh green, or like a sheltered leaf, and then the increase of light just didn't harden it off.
Okay. So I just increased the newts. So I'm giving them like probably about a scoop per liter. Would you be able to be like a teaspoon a liter?
Yeah. Do you know what your EC is that you feed, or your ppm?
No. The only thing I'm measuring, I said the PMs, the pH. I do it between 6.2 and probably about 6.5. 6. I think the last one was 6.4.
Are these clones?
Yeah. They all clones from the previous run.
So I mean, there are different viroids out there, and they're not all hop latent. There is curly beet top. There is lettuce chlorosis. There is tomato mosaic, tobacco mosaic. It potentially could be one of those, if not, just some kind of environmental issue.
Okay.
If you run
just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on the growth, on the yield, on the terps compared to everything else. Like if you got a plant that's muddled and has small fan leaves and doesn't branch out really good, I mean, those are like gets chlorosis in the veins or gets wrinkled leaves. Like those are signs of some kind of pathogen pressure.
So what do I need to do to correct that?
I don't like wasting time, and I don't like infecting other plants. So if it's not up to snuff and it's on its way out already, I'd get rid of it. But that's if it doesn't kick out of whatever is happening here. That's why I said you gotta just pay attention to the outcome.
Right.
Okay.
It very well could be just the stress of switching the light, right? That's what Wesley was.
Yeah, and I was thinking it was prior light, like the light was all coming from the center, frying that one plant, and then as he transitioned his light out, the damage was already done.
Mm-hmm.
But they also spread those plants out, so there's going to be leaves that were like light green, that just didn't get much light and were real fragile. The ones that are burnt are probably those leaves from when they spread those plants out.
Yeah, I get that. Like I said, it's just this main one, and no, there's this one here is the one from Seed. The rest of them around it is clones. That one's a friend of mine gave it. Supposed to have been a sweet tooth, and he said it was an auto, but it didn't switch until I flipped the lights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not the same sweet tooth that we use for the grow off, is it?
No.
Okay. Because I know that auto did flip by itself. I was just wondering if it was run the same.
No, this one, he said it came from a batch that he had that seeded out, or a batch he had outside.
That's why. Because he probably had an autoflower and it probably got pollinated, I don't know, by another plant that wasn't. And now you're not for sure how you're gonna have that trait.
Yeah. Because I was gonna do a solo cup and a 1 gallon cup for my channel, but I didn't have room, and then one of them, the solo cup, showed early signs of male, and this one here that's in the 1 gallon, it started off with, it showed that it was female, but it didn't do anything past that.
Oh, that's the other thing too. But you're feeding organic food to your plant, so you're not based. I was just like, that could be the other thing, the small little area that you have your roots in, but you're feeding it. But
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna wait next week and try to do a defold on it.
Yeah, you could do that, because then if it is just based off of whatever the light stresses were, then you just take off whatever leaves, and if it happens on something else, then you know it's something not to do with this swap of the light. Yeah, I get that. Right, because then if it continues to happen, then it would not be from that process at this point.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think overall, but besides that and this little small area over here, I think it is overall was doing pretty good.
Yeah, man. No, it's looking awesome. It is looking awesome, dude. And it doesn't look like you have too many problems. It's just in that one little area.
Yeah. Okay. You remember the big net I had? You think I should put that one in here for support, or you think they're gonna be okay?
It should be okay. That's up to you. Honestly, like it would help for spreading out colas if you wanted to make sure you maximize the space, but you looks like you have enough. You could do it if you wanted to make sure that your colas were spread out properly. Then you could do it if you wanted to, as long as you do it high enough where you could just lift it. Or you could just those ones you just lift anyways. Those are the elastic ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you wanted to, it also I like to do it for supporting, but it's also spreading out the colas, so you can really get light down the sides if you have that room to really do it with them. And just to maximize the space, and then it works as a support afterwards when they start to lose their ability to stay up.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about this Canopy.
Oh yeah, that was looking nice, man. Nice, it's a nice spread you got.
Yeah, with the other ones, with the lights, they was all uneven. It was one run, it was shorter in the middle. The other runs was shorter on the outside.
Yeah. You're gonna notice a lot more even growth when you have a light that's even like that. So that was a good call.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I appreciate it. let everybody enjoy their night.
Yeah, man. You as
Still
well.
be
Dude.
in the audience. Let somebody else come up. Everybody enjoy that. Say that.
Have a good evening.
Hell yeah, those are looking good.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It really good spread on it. And I think that's totally what it is. It's just because you especially change it in the middle of a flower, it's gonna. Oh. What's up, bud? Hope you're doing well. Today's bong time. How did you after the trampoline park and everything? That is.
Yeah, it's a good time. I like randomly broke my big toe or something. I don't know, like how or when. I just like, woke up and I'm walking and I'm like, dude, something's under my foot, like something's under my toe. And it wasn't. It was just the bottom of my toe was swollen, and the side of my toe had a big black and blue, and it's just been hurting forever. So I tried to keep my toe off the trampoline as much as possible, which is near impossible.
Yeah, I agree. You should have wrapped it up. This big wrap around it in your shoe.
Well, I put some comfrey root. If anybody knows the comfrey plant,
no.
It's a Celtic medicinal herb.
Doesn't it bring the minerals up to the surface too?
It does. Yeah, it's used highly. In,
I know it from organic.
Super organic. The taproot goes down like 12, 15 feet, mines minerals, and then the leaf just like melts. Like it just turns to mush, like super easy. So it's really good for compost making and like liquid fertilizer and compost.
Hell yeah.
But it's known for its alkaloids that are really anti-inflammatory, and it has rapid cell regeneration, meaning that anything that needs to be built, repaired, it allows that process to happen 100 times faster. So its nickname is also knit bone or bone knit, because it will knit bones back together with topical or tea. And so I mashed up the root because that's where it's the strongest concentration. And I put just a bunch of the root mashed up on my toe, wrapped it in a towel. And that seemed to have like really, there's no black and blue anymore overnight.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I popped my ankle out in Oregon, like dirt biking, where I was on crutches. It was black and blue. It was swollen up, and a homie brought me some olive oil with the plant cooked in it. And he's like, my crazy mom, she has this comfrey. And I was like, all right, I don't know what that is. Just give it to me. And I rubbed it on, and I was off crutches in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
All the black and blue, all the swelling, all the blood and inflammation was completely gone. I was hobbling around with no pain. And so ever since that, I said, dude, get me a root tip. Like, I need to grow this plant. And I brought it with me from Oregon and up to the mountains and back. And
what's the name again? Sorry, somebody's asking.
Comfrey, Comfrey.
There you go.
And there is a bunch of like bad literature trying to scare people away from the plant, that like consuming the alkaloids is bad for your liver. But it's a bunch of bogus.
Yeah. Well, and you're also using it as a topical. You're not ingesting it.
Right. It bypasses the liver completely when it's topical.
Yeah. Yeah, they were saying that like when you use cannabis as topicals, where you put it, because the way that the cannabinoids go into your body, you're never going to get euphoric effect from it, because even if it's a whole bunch of THC, it dissipates throughout your body as it's going towards, because it's not.
Yeah.
I got high on topicals. And my mom did.
You would have had to put them around your head, though.
We put it around everywhere, brother. We were making a salve, and we had the bottom of the pan left, and we couldn't get it, so we was just rubbing our hands in it and put it on like everything we thought that could hurt. And I woke up like 3 hours later from a stoner nap, and I called my mom. I'm like, "Did you get high?" And she's like, "I think so," but she don't smoke, so she's like, "I think I did."
It's because you covered your body in it.
Yeah. It had MCT oil in it too, so.
The way it dissipates, though, like you can put it if it's really, really high strength. Because I know for migraines, you can put it on your temples or the back of your neck, and that will actually get rid of headaches because of its inflammatory properties. But it's high strength there, you may be able to get it to your head, but they're saying that if you put it in most places, a normal person's dosing of like what they would get and put it on like an area, it's not going to get to your head. But yeah, if you cover your entire body with it and high strength,
we put a lot on.
It was probably high strength, right?
It was FICO. Yeah, it was FICO.
Yeah, it wasn't like 50 milligrams for the whole stick. Yeah,
it's just because it's very hard, let's say, to get that effect.
I think we put like 20 grams of RSO in that batch, and it made like 6 4-ounce tins. So there was a lot.
So you're talking, like multiple thousands of milligrams.
Oh yeah, we had to put fucking smelling good oils in it because it smelled so bad. Like it smelled horrible, that FICO.
Yeah.
So we put like lemongrass and frankincense and other things, other medicinals that when rubbed on supposedly helps.
Yeah,
like frankincense is like the Boy Scout knife.
Yeah, frankincense is awesome. That's like what the strain, the church. Like if anybody remembers Church Haze, that smell. You burn frankincense. That's what it smelled like. Like not full incense. It's more like sharper and like cuts the air like a white sage kind of.
Oh yeah.
But frankincense, like that's what haze smells like musty basement and this like resin pine. I don't know how to explain it from there. Lightning.
What do you mean? Nice.
Yeah, the smell and taste of lightning.
The ozone.
Yeah, it just had this like metallic, sharp highness to it.
That was the Miracle Grow they used to grow it in.
That was the Paclo and the Eagle 20.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Jodry says we don't get high like we used to because we're not smoking Eagle 20 anymore. He's like, we don't know what the effects of it was. So
that was always the problem with like when I tried to get the super organic for what it's worth on the market, and everyone's like, no, it's not, the high's not the same like compared to the whatever shit I get. And I'm like, dude, you all like chemical high, like you're smoking chemicals. You don't like the herb, you don't like clean, full expression. Super weird. Like they don't like
smoking that in your butane.
It's not like it doesn't mess with their head enough. And I'm like, yeah, it's because it's clean.
That's funny.
Where I just gave a nug out to a girl, and she was like, "Is this gonna be like super wild?" And I was like, "No, this isn't. This is like soil grown. This is gonna be different. This is gonna match the vibe that you want."
Yeah.
Yeah, this Jack Ripper, man, it borderline gave me an anxiety attack the other day.
Dude,
was
Jack
like
Turks
fucking
would do
heart
that.
racing.
That pencil shavings, terpenoline.
Yep.
I don't think it really has a ceiling.
This one's not supposed to have a ceiling on it. That's why I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It says
that
you can keep
profile.
smoking it and your eyeballs will start. Your
Yeah,
eyes will
something
start
has to do with
vibrating.
like lemon, lime, hazy, pencil shavings, Jack Career terps.
So this is from Jack Ripper. I'm not sure where they got the genetics for Jack Ripper from.
Well, it's
Cool.
TGA. Yeah,
Yeah.
which was a Jack Career cross.
Oh yeah. Actually,
That's
I
like
got
wild.
fucked up on some Jack Herrera rosin cookies.
There you go.
Dude, every
I put,
time
like,
I
a
see
fucking-
Jack, I get it.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I
know
put
if
a cup of dry sift in some chocolate chip cookies. They tasted like ginger snaps afterwards, and I ate 2 of them. And when the fucking high came on, my house started shaking, and I thought it was the big earthquake. So I'm reaching for the phone to call my mom to see if she can feel the earthquake. And I look up, and this fly strip in the corner of my room isn't moving. And so I put my phone down. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I got a blanket, and I couch surfed for about 8 to 10 hours. It was bad. I went places.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
met my younger self that day. It was wild. I thought I had a brain aneurysm. Something felt like a fish in a fishing net. You know how they flip around? Something was doing that in my brain. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. But then I'm scared, but then it's funny, so I'm laughing, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm laughing and dying. Holy shit.
That's your brain like rewiring.
But then I made it. Well, I had the brain accident. So yeah, no, definitely it's like rewiring around the damage and shit for sure. There was definitely
And you got to like
be
be a part of that and experience it. That's pretty fucking awesome, bro.
Well, it was a trip. So like I went inside my head, like, closed eye visuals, and like there was a cabbage, and it like opened up, and there was like a baby in the middle of the cabbage, and it was like, I don't know what that meant. If I was like a Cabbage Patch Kid, or if, it was weird though. I thought it was like my inner being, or something sacred anyways.
Yeah, dude.
It worked.
That could be deep, bro. I go in many different ways about blooming out of a cabbage as a baby.
Yeah. And it was like a real cabbage. It was like one of those Alaskan 100-pound cabbages that I was looking at, with the leaves just all out and shit.
So Zeb.
Dude, that's powerful.
Yeah, I actually hadn't thought about that in a long time. Definitely, that fucked me up because I didn't even want to eat edibles. I didn't want to smoke. Like, all I would do is wake and bake, and I wouldn't smoke the whole rest of the day for like 3 months. When before I was like smoke all day. But yeah, you definitely can abuse the cannabis plant. So the reason I ate 2 cookies is because I got to the point to where I could eat as much RSO or FICO as I wanted, and I would just plateau. So I kind of thought that all the shit had a plateau on it. Them hash cookies, fuck no, there was no plateau. That shit was just, you had to ride it out.
Dude, that's what my FICO experience was like. But I did have, it was a mishmash of everything I was growing, and it had the Malawi and this golden pineapple, which was no ceiling, Acapulco Gold, Colombian Gold, Panama Red, and then the Malawi was like freaking doing heroin. And so this shit, it was like 11-hour ride, but like a very unpleasant beginning.
Yeah, that's how this was.
Yeah, it was actually the last time I've taken. It ended up being like a 0.8 of it on an empty stomach in the morning, and it was the last time I've really eaten anything. Like it was too crazy of an experience. I'm not trying to do that again.
Oh yeah. Well, this was a hash from Jack Hare, MK Ultra, and a Thai blueberry, and I had filled up a quart jar.
You're talking very
I
similar.
didn't have a press. Yeah, I was so fucking high, dude. I had never gotten that high in my entire life.
Me neither.
Wow.
There you go.
Like the house was shaking. Like I thought it was an earthquake. I couldn't tell the difference between the house shaking and just being high. It was like I literally grabbed the phone and was dialing it to call my mom. Be like, "Hey, I'm glad I didn't call her and say, hey, do you feel the earthquake?" And she's like, "What are you talking about? There's no earthquake." And I was like, "Oh, never mind." Oh God. You know, when you're tripping sometimes and you'll be tripping, you want to call your mom or something. You're like, "Oh, I gotta call my mom and tell her how much I love her," or something. She's definitely got those mushroom calls in the morning sometimes.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Were you gonna say something, Wes?
I was gonna say if you want to screen share the Instagram, that's what I posted from this morning.
Oh. Instagram. Okay.
Yeah, all my lights go off like before the show even starts now. But day 5, been doing some pinch and bends. We got to do another D-leaf, I think. Smooth sailing. Not doing too much. Put some side rails up from another like grow tent that a buddy was taking down. So I took his little metal frame and I cut it with the hacksaw and made, so the tent doesn't buckle in when it turns on. So I put those guys in.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you could use it for side lighting in the future. I think side lighting would be good.
Well, I don't think I really need it.
I don't know if
I do because my room's open.
Yeah.
They look healthy.
You ready for me to hit play?
Play her up. That's the grapefruit, New York sour diesel. They're like super squat, bushy, real happy.
Yeah.
Three of those. I've got her raised up on some blocks.
I see the ones that want to get a little taller. You decide to give them a little bendy.
Yeah, the runts in the middle, and then the
Work, man. Looks great.
garlic breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, pinch and flop, pinch and flop.
Oh, that's great, dude.
And there's some tape over up here. Uh-oh.
Don't worry, I'll pause it.
Nah, just let it cycle through.
Okay.
Shut up in a minute. Some ones that had tape on them because you pinch a little too much.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
And then it's a 50-50 if it's gonna make it or not. Like if you can close it up and like try to hold it, and maybe you have a piece of tape. Like why would you have a piece of tape? So usually you gotta just let it hang. When you go run and get a piece, I'm like, oh, get a piece of tape, get that thing closed up.
Yeah.
And sealed up, and then it wilts for a day, and then hope you might lose it. Or
I've had many times where my branch is broken open, especially my main stem, trying to get it into my 4x8. Just tape it up. It's always okay. So that's why I make sure in my videos I'm always like, see this? See how fucked up this is? Wait until the end. Wait until the end, and then it's totally fine, right?
Yeah.
And I try to let people know, like, don't freak out when it happens. Just tape it up, and you're good.
Yep. I mean, it's a 50-50. It's going to make it or it's not. And most of the time, like you said, it does.
I had that one plant. Remember, I pulled it down so hard that my stem started splitting, and so I zap strapped that, and then I put 2 other zap straps, and then I tied those together to try to bring the plant back up.
Right. So it can't split.
I can't split it anymore, and I taped the shit out of that, and that plant still ended up okay. I had no issues because of that split.
Yeah.
No, I made sure I kept that taped until harvest, though. I didn't want to open that up at all.
Right. Well, that could have been
I
the thing.
put honey in there
That's a good idea.
and then taped it. That was that's what they said in the old hippie organic Facebook group back in the day.
Ready for me to push? Yeah, no, it's a good idea because it deals with the fungus and stuff and bacteria.
Antifungal, antimicrobial.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And then the cookies on the left, Girl Scout cookies for them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's looking awesome, man.
Still, so I got the Organics Alive with the transition. So it's just a transition formula. And a little bit of EM1 in the hole. I did a compost extract last week. I'm probably going to do another one.
How are you finding your substrate? Because I know that there was a lot of thought that went into kind of the layers and stuff. Is it working exactly the way you want?
I mean, I think so. I only have some tip burn on, or some weird tips on this one. It's a garlic breath, which I don't know if it's viroid related, because it is just a little weird on the growth, on the structure.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a beast, so maybe it's just its growth pattern. But everything since then, I mean, it's just too little teeny yellow. Like, it's not burnt. It's just like a weird yellow dye.
Yeah.
On the ledge. But everything else, like the color is great. The plants are standing up and turgid. There's no purple stems. There's no streaks.
And it's just add water. You don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just add water, but I'm doing the Organics Alive with the
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Coconut powder and the bokashi with a little bit of craft.
Is that once a week or every time, or?
Dude, it really has only been like once a month. Like, it was when I put them in, it was a month veg from little clone plugs that were really unhappy. And then right when I flipped them at 4 weeks, I did another top dress. And I sprinkled a little bokashi down just to keep the mycelium. It's more of a bacterial bloom. But they really seem to like it. Like, some of the homies I follow say, like, that's where your problems come from when you want that white fuzz. But I always find that in the sips, the plants just respond, like, with just rapid growth and.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
I agree.
Yeah,
They're only harmful when the seedling is small. It will take over and eat the seedling. But other than that, I've only seen benefits from it.
Yeah.
With the kashi.
Yeah, kashi, bokashi, grow kashi. There's a few different.
Yeah. I used I bought one bag of the grow kashi, and then I got Alan's recipe on his files on that website, and then fucking made it myself the second time.
Yeah, he gives it out for free.
That's for your bag.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah,
And,
no,
you know,
I made beet kavas and everything for it.
yeah, dude, that's serious.
Oh, I used to be big time like that. Yeah.
That was what, with propolis?
What's that?
The bee kava? What was that?
What beet kava is fermented beets. So like I just sliced open beets into squares and did a solid state fermentation, and then just
Yeah,
took
that
that
being your
juice
sugar
and then.
source.
Well, I think it was a mineral source and sugar, and there was just a bunch of stuff. Like something with it was good for pregnant women, and so
Yeah,
Alan
I
put a
mean,
lot of
it's
stuff for
fertility,
pregnant
dude. It's
women in it.
absolutely. It's
Yeah,
heavy mineral. It's a superfood, is what they say. You know, it has like everything you could live on, just beets if you needed
and
to.
it grows in the mycelia layer too, so it has that inoculation aspect to the beets.
Oh yeah, when always the roots are always like growing fuzz off them, like in the fridge in a bag.
Which sorry, I just came back from you. What is the food that you can just eat off of? You said
Beets.
Oh, I see.
That it's a part of like the making the grow coffee, like coffee. I thought you said D. I didn't. So,
Oh. Anyways.
Yeah, when you just keep like going for information, like you lose so much in the same sense. Like I've forgotten more than
Oh yeah.
some people have even learned, and like I've seen the recipe that you're speaking of, but like, dude, it just gets lost. And like, if you're not doing it in the moment and continuing to do things, you like forget.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
make sure you practice
The things I've stuck with making the fish amino acids and the lactic acid bacteria serum, and just like I'll put the craft blend in my outdoor. This year's I'm going to use the what's that? Mr. B's green trees. I'm going to use that for my top dressing, just for variety
Nice.
and stuff. Yeah, I forgot I was going to use Mr. B, so now I'll just go and buy some of that silica we was talking about.
Yeah.
From
No, that'd be
Montana there.
awesome.
Yeah, the silicium seems like it's
Yeah.
like the hot thing right now. New
I haven't heard
Millennium.
of that.
New Millennium?
Oh, okay. Oh, I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, silicium's our new silica product that was like super available, and
I was explaining to him once.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the same stuff they put in the craft blend, if I'm not mistaken.
I know bug detox.
there's a few different types in the craft one, I think, too, as well.
Well, there's that Montana silica.
Yeah,
I remember watching a video. Yeah, that's the silica that they put in it, or that I was thinking it was.
Montana Grow. Yeah, the owner eats them. He's like, yeah, we do it all the time.
Yeah, the owner seemed cool.
Yeah.
Probably trying to fucking mute it for that. I realized it wasn't muted when I heard my echo. I was like, damn it.
Echo. You hear that? Or we had a malfunction. That was an echo.
Right. No, I heard my coughing for some reason through, so I was like, oh damn.
Will produce lesser quality bud. Gut bag seed with that. Play replace.
Variation.
Variegation. So I mean, there's some like there's some chatter about variegation, and if it is like anything with sour, diesel, chem dog, and potentially some OG, but definitely sour diesel and chem. They're the same family. The sour diesel was created from chem, and they are known to have variegation when slightly stressed out. And when you grow it out, it does produce wonderful. And there's some people who have TC'd some variegated cuts that now don't variegate anymore. And not saying that whatever was variegating it wasn't a problem. It might not have been. And it might just be like so far away from stress because it's TC, tissue cultured, that it's not variegating, but it might still at some point. But just weird to think that the variegated cut's now clean after being cleaned through meristem tissue culture, and the other cuts still variegate that people have of the original chems and sours. And I saw in some headband crosses and some sour crosses as well in my own garden when I had some stress problems. So I don't know if it's a big problem or not. It's something to be cautious about.
If I see it in a seedling or early, I'll throw them out for that. Just because I've heard the same thing. I didn't want.
And we now know it's things are passed through genetics to seed.
See, that's why I don't like right now, for instance, I've got 12 different brand of seeds, or phenos or cultivars. When you put them in some of those germination things, the water is all touching each other. So if one of those seeds has one of those viruses, now you're spreading it to all the seeds. Whereas if it's the paper towel method, you're isolating it to that strain. And where there's so much they say is out there now.
Yeah, risky, it passed through water. I mean, it'll definitely pass through water in a paper towel as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's as like such of an issue as it's being played up to be, but maybe it is. But also something just to like and mess with your mind is that the same dude who had mentioned cleaning up all these cuts in TC, he took like he didn't mention what, but he took a plant that was verified infected with different things, and they cleaned it up completely and ran it side by side with the dirty cut and the clean cut, and the plant did not smell and taste like it used to, that the market had chosen that plant for.
Yeah.
And the dirty cut still yielding and looking great and coming out like it used to, put on the flavor and the smells that plant was chosen for in the beginning. Super loud, like skunk, burnt rubber, all these things. It was like, whoa, we love this plant. And then the high on top of it. It was completely different and not there and non-desirable after they cleaned it completely.
What? Well, which infection are we talking about? Are we talking about HPL?
I don't think it was hop latent. I think it was some other things.
Okay, because I was wondering what virus would be where the clean one would be, or if in that circumstance does it only become an issue if someone tries to grow it in a different condition is when it comes out, because it can be latent, right, until there's a certain stressor, and then bam, have it. But
right, and it might not just be one big stressor. I like to look at it like death by a million pinpricks, where every time you inject something into the plant sap or make a cut and make a new plant, like for old cuttings, and then you're always taking cuts and putting them in a tray, and they're always exposed with a wound. They're just picking up little bacteria load, little viral load, and like if your genetics don't have the proper calcium and like nutrition levels and trace minerals, the plant will not be able to detox itself. Like in a natural system, they're actually able to shed viral load with calcium and other amino acids.
Yeah.
And so, we're
sure I have a lot of that in my mother before I take the cut to make sure it has an adequate enough in my plant.
Yeah. And just being clean, it's a resilient plant, but
yeah, I always make sure I have a good amount of the calcium and the aminos, and as much as I can inside that, and then even hit it with kelp foliar, like kelp and full.
Yeah, I mean, you always have really nice, thick, healthy-looking plants.
But exactly the same reason what you just were explaining, though, is like you want to make sure that those cuts are going to be ready for success, right? And they can fight off stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I look back at when I put the plants in, they're yellowed out, we're all thin and lanky, and I was just like, dude, are these going to be good? And then they just happen and they rage and they come back so hard. It's like, I'm always blown away, like years and years and years of it, and I'm still like, wow.
Yeah,
this is amazing, dude. This thing's a beast.
Yeah, no, those look really good now. Like,
yeah, we'll see. I've never really grown plants this small, so we'll see if they shoot up or what happens.
That is right, because you did used to do that many plants before, but it was in a much bigger space and much bigger beds.
Yeah, grow them up, bush them out.
Well, but this is a good way to test, see what happens, run this into flower, and then decide if you want to maybe run 4 instead of the 6 next time.
Exactly.
Yeah, 6, right? That's what I think I remember.
9.
9. Oh shit. Yeah, then you can cut it down if it becomes too much to handle. I tried that once. In a 4x4, I started with 12. And I me being new and growing, wanting to keep them alive, bought new tents to try to keep them alive. So that's why it was one of my expanding things, was because I tried to grow too many.
Yeah.
And now I just grow one. Everybody knows how I grow now.
Yeah. They were just at the wall, so I was like, all right, I guess it's time. You're not high, you're not tall, but but I have seen that in the living soil, they're like intelligent. Like I've seen when they're jammed up, you get more stretch.
Yeah, it's called shade avoidance response.
Instead of like a bunch of branching and
once they start to grow, it's called shade avoidance response. And what will happen once they grow to a certain point, they'll signal they'll realize that they're running out of space for light to get to them, and they don't want to get blocked out by shade. So to avoid it, they'll go straight up towards the light, and all of them will go up quite fast, and they'll grow quite fast that way too. You'll get really fast intervals touching, but it's because of shade avoidance response. Not the last run, but I think it was back in the fall, like the end of the fall when I was doing that switch up. I had one big plant in my 3x3, and no, yeah, it doesn't matter at the time. But I had one big plant in the 3x3, and then I had a bunch of plants waiting so I can to check the sex of them. So I had like I think I had 10 seedlings, and they all started stretching huge because the one plant was there and there wasn't much light space available, so they all started just really stretching for that space, all like equally, because they don't want to get shaded out.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I'll just keep pinch and bend, tie down.
Yeah.
So if it goes to plan, Canopy should be full.
Oh yeah, well, it looks like it.
Yeah,
it's really fun doing that time, and like that autoflower I showed earlier, I think was when you were actually driving, probably.
I didn't catch it.
That autoflower, as soon as it went into flower, I started doing all like the tucking, and to actually be able to control it to that point of being like a nice flat, like fairly flat, except for if I realized that I was doing it flat, but I was looking at it weird. So it's like flat, but it's like angled in a way.
Yeah.
But no, being able to talk like that, it's really cool to be able to train. And having the autoflower, you have no real control when you can start. It's like no and go.
Right. Ooh, I don't like the guessing game.
Yeah. Right.
Guess enough.
It's what?
It's a guess enough with new genetics every time.
Yeah. No, totally.
Well, I usually do pretty good. I kind of foresee the cookies is one that's going to keep stretching.
Is that the one that you've super cropped a little bit?
The cookies was on the far left.
It was runts that you were saying.
Runts in the middle and garlic breath want to be the star of the show.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I did Runts Muffin from Barney's Farm. I know there's a few other people that have done it too that's in chat. I know for sure Short High and Raging have ran it too. I remember she did one stretch. Well, I will do another dab. Yeah, I definitely did the dabs a lot slower, and I let it heat up, and I didn't realize that's the first time because I saw the guy show it on the weekend, but heating it up before really coming down on it, and so I got to the point where it just started stripping, and then I just let it sit there, and then it actually started coming out. I'm like, holy fuck! I did not realize how much of a difference it started making. And
press and hash with double bags.
That was a double bag. Yeah, I did the same way he was showing. So I did the 25.
Yeah.
I did the 25 inside the 160 instead, though, so it had a little bit bigger holes. And then I made sure I set it all up with the proper direction and everything. And I just brought the pressure. I didn't even bring the pressure down. I just brought it till it was enough to really see the first squeeze, and it just came out. It came out like a lot lighter. This was. So I have to say what I was pressing. It was just trim bin sift. It was from when I was just my harvest. I just had it in a jar and just kept it in the chiller, so it wasn't getting warm or anything. And that's all I pressed. And so I brought it, and it was like a
Cold
much more like. Yeah. And then that came out quite light. And then when I brought the pressure down, the pressure brought it down on something that came down a little more gold. But
yeah, I've blown my bags out doing it one time. The guy's like, "Oh, you got to double bag it," and I was like, I argued with him too on it. I was like, "No, you don't got to double bag it," and then I fucked up. I was like, "Gosh, I should listen."
So it's not so bad. So, so that was a mixture of the kind of more golden slash with the really more clear stuff. But this is just trim bin hash. It's not anything special.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's all I press. I put all mine into a silk scarf, and then I hid it inside of a 5-gallon bucket, and you can get a lot of the stalks and stuff to where you only have trichomes head if you go long enough. And then if you press that, you get really nice stuff.
I actually realized I smoked a little bit more. I gotta pull some out.
Yeah, I just got my empty vape carts today. I got 50
Oh,
of them.
awesome. That sounds like fun. You're gonna do so. What type of stuff do you fill it with then? You have a press, or how do you make your extract? Just one second.
I got a press. I press.
1 second.
Yes.
Sorry, I just wanted to get that away, like right away.
Yeah, I got a press, and then I press the dry sift, from the boxes and stuff. And then what I did was I decarbed it because I was making chocolates, and then I was using my dab tool, so I was just taking dab hits every time I'd fucking stir it while I was decarbing, and it was getting me super ripped. And then I talked to 420 Things, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's what I do for my vape carts." So then I took some more and decarbed it about like halfway, and then put that into some carts, and I loved it. So then I bought some more.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Who was showing on the weekend that I kind of tried to follow what he did, and it really worked a lot better.
Nice.
I can't wait until I start making different kinds of hash to do that with, like when I start using bubble for that.
Oh yeah, that'll be so nice.
My filters are in. They came in today. I got the email like 20 minutes before their store closed. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just grab that tomorrow after work. So now that I got that, I can get like the clean water that I want to actually make hash with. So I'm ready to go. When I go there, it's going to get the last little kind of connection parts I need for my washer. And I'll probably be making hash this weekend. Most likely on Sunday.
Nice. What's your preferred way to smoke it? Like a e-rig or just like a traditional banger? Nice.
Yeah. It's a small little one. I don't have anything kind of. But if I start making a fair bit more, I'm gonna probably get one. This one actually, it's hers. I don't really. I got a couple that are up here, but I just don't have a space for them. This one's small enough; it fits in this place perfectly.
Nice.
But
oh yeah, no, I just have a small one.
I do have an e-rig. But it's underneath the table over there. It's at one of the dab press e-rigs. But I really wasn't a big fan of the titanium banger. Like, I know at one point I fucking thought I saw like a quartz one that was wrapped in the coil. That would be interesting to me to get, but I haven't been able to find one since I've seen it once.
They got one, I think they call it the bomb or something. It's like a Puffco, but half price. And it's got the spinner and stuff. And everybody that's got it says it's fire. So I might get one of those for my birthday or something.
Okay.
Or get the old lady one for her birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the one that's back there is. Yeah. Oh, it's actually plugged in. I probably just want that plugged in. Let's put that plugged out. one of these will last. One of these things. But I didn't realize it was plugged in,
nice.
so it's a good thing to check that. But yeah, but I know that you can get this in course instead of this titanium thing. So
Yeah,
these things
yeah.
go pretty good. They go decent. I just haven't used it enough to keep it out. And there, like you said, there's these new things that work way better nowadays.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been going through a milliliter cart like every 2 days almost. It tastes so good. It's crazy because it gives me great effects, uplifting, and then when I smoke a joint at the end of the day, it's like I took a tolerance break and it gets me super high from smoking that joint.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no, that's the only thing that, because I just smoke my weed. I don't mind, but she'll go out and she'll buy carts and she'll buy other like kinds of dabs and stuff like that. So it's like that's the only thing that money gets spent on in this house that's weed related. And with all the weed that I do grow, I hate spending money on weed, or anyone in this house spending money on weed. So it's like that's the last thing I need to start being able to make. And so that is something that I'm gonna try to figure out in a little bit here. Like how to do the decarbing process. That's interesting for me to what I want to learn. So getting the hash made and start getting to that point is the first step. And then I'm gonna start trying to figure out that part.
Yeah, the sous machine, 420 things told me about the sous, and so I put it in a small mason jar and then sous vide it, and it locks the terpenes in. Like it was super terpy. Like I don't know.
Yeah, man.
But Frenchy Cannoli swears by it, so I had to take his word for it and try it out, and I'm glad I did because I enjoy it.
Is that like the thing that moves? That like that's like a magnet stirring device? What do you mean by like sous vide?
Oh, it's a thing that you put in a pot of water, and then it heats it up to whatever temperature you want it at. So like Mike said, he did his at 150 for 5 days, I think he said, and to get it fully decarb, so you can just decarb it at a low, slow heat. It's awesome. For like cooking steaks and stuff. Like I did cook a steak with it, and it was fire. Like it makes it like all roasty, and then you sear it on the oven.
Oh, that's cool. No, that's good to know. Yeah, I know. I just haven't heard of it. That's good. Or I probably have seen it, or just never known the name or something.
Yeah, it's like where people vacuum seal their steaks and then put them in there and then boil it in 150 degrees or whatever their preferred thing is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's fancy. I mean, it sounds fancy.
That's okay.
It's organic.
Oh yeah, I know your garden's gonna be really nice when it's all said and done. So West.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Anything better than last year will be a good year.
Yeah. Well, last year you still had as blast though.
Oh yeah, no, there was still good. It was just stressful with all the grasshopper killing and gophers and just.
Yeah, I hear you.
It was stressful.
Yeah, because as you said that, I'm like sat there for a second. I'm like, I recall you still have pretty nice looking plants.
Well, Yeah, they were half the size of what I usually get too. So that was just like kind of just be happy with you get, you know.
Oh,
Wait, what's the homie? Miko is from like Ireland or something.
yeah. Finland.
Where?
Finland.
Finland.
Yeah.
Not cool over there, you guys. If you're somewhere where it's cool, like just fucking respect that shit.
Yeah.
Honor it.
Cheers, Julian. Yeah. No, I am gonna end it here. It's getting to that time. So, everybody, it's fun.
Hell,
I'll see you guys next weekend for another one. I'll get this process going.